It was a long, grueling weekend, I think, for our group, and fatigue clearly set in. And we had Monday off of practice, which I know they all needed. Physically, they needed it for studies, all that kind of stuff. But even yesterday, Tuesday, was still pretty flat, and we can recognize that fatigue factor right now in our group. And so we got to dig deeper and work a little bit harder to be tougher. And we got a big road trip, so we really only had 2 days of preparation to go on the road this weekend to play at Butler and Xavier. So it's really a big task for our group, and we're at the midway point. So we keep describing it like a marathon. We're at mile 13 right now, and we can't be proud of ourselves that we have a little 1 minute lead on the rest of the pack. So we got to keep our stride right.
I've really come to the older girls for advice a lot. They're super helpful, and they know exactly the path that we're going through right now. So just getting a lot of rest and making sure you keep up on your studies and having them help you out with the classes that they've taken too has really been the most helpful things.
You're taking advice from Mary? Seriously?
Yes.
You're referencing her, right? That's what you're saying, yeah? Okay, all
yes.
right.
Just taking a risk.
So you've faced Creighton a couple times last year, within the last couple years. Xavier, you won the Xavier Invitational last season. Does that kind of familiarity with that opponent, even though it's your first time playing them as conference foes, been beneficial at all?
We're really fortunate that most of our new league opponents, between Butler, Xavier, and Creighton, we played those teams a lot in the recent past, and so and we've played at their facilities before. And when I think about those new teams that have come into our league, they're going to places around our league, including the Al McGuire Center, that they've never been before. And there can be some real eye-openers, I think, in terms of competitive disadvantage when you go into somebody else's building if you've never been there before. And so, we're certainly familiar with their team and both teams, and we're familiar with the facilities and things like that. So our group will be ready. We'll be well adjusted, I think, for those moments. But it's like anything, you go on the road, you got to bring your own thing. And our thing right now needs to be passionate, and it needs to be inspired, and it needs to be hardworking and gritty. And when we do that, then we have a chance to win.
Mary, what's your favorite Halloween candy?
I would have to go with Reese's. Eat a lot of those. A lot.
Lauren?
Probably Twix bars.
Mine is old peanut brittle on a plate that people give you, or dental floss. Those are my two favorite Halloween candies when I go trick-or-treating.
Oh, yeah.
My kids. They look more All Saints Day on the outside, but they're really Halloween on the inside.